when you're ready to change? Hi everyone. Today the question is, how do you know when you're ready to change? You know, that's a big question that people have to ask themselves. You can't really ask anybody else. You have to ask yourself, are you ready to change? That's one. And then secondly, how do I change? I want to share a story how I changed in my life and when it was time that I felt in my life when I said, hey, you know what? I'm tired of being tired. I'm exhausted of doing the same thing over and over and getting the same results, right? And again, I'll share this as I continue going on, but the same results as going to prison, you know, going to jail, being in institutions, being locked up, going through relationships with girls that I couldn't hold on to because, you know, of my character, and also friends that I couldn't hold on because I was always trying to burn somebody or trying to do things to other that my motives were wrong, and you know, all I wanted was that next fix or that next dollar to make money, and I would go out of my way just to make that money, you know, things of that nature, you know, burning my own family members and doing things that I shouldn't have been doing, you know. And when it's time to be tired of being tired? When is that? How do you know? You know, is it when you end up the first time in jail? Is it when you end up 200 times in jail? You know, is it when I'm 30, 40, 50? You know, that's something that you got to come within yourself and say, you know what? I'm tired of this lifestyle. So in other words, you know, you could be going maybe through one area of your life. It could be, you know, I'm tired of lying to God. And you're going to church, you know. It could be, I'm tired of lying to my girlfriend. You know, it doesn't mean that you have to be doing drugs. I'm tired of stealing. It doesn't mean that you're going to jail. You just now stealing. You know, you got to choose when you're tired of that one thing that you're doing that you know you shouldn't be doing, right? And that's how you know you got to change. And how do you do that, right? Well, again, I want to share a story. I was coming off of drugs, and I was just really tired, and I was grumpy, you know, I was upset at my life, you know, I was 20 something years old, and I said, you know what, this is gotta stop. And I had already, you know, given my life to the Lord. In other words, I had already changed, but, you know, we call it backsliding. So in other words, I kind of went back into my old ways for a little bit. And that day, I'll never forget, I was in the living room, and my friends and my, you know, at the time I had a girlfriend, she was in the living room, she was with her friend. You know, I basically said, you know what, everybody out of my house, I'm done. I'm done with this. I gave up my guns, I gave up my drugs, I was even giving my cars away for free, I was giving my toys away for free, my clothes, my jackets. I had leather jackets. At that time I had so many things that I was just giving for free. So that's how I knew that I was tired of being tired, you know? And I'm not saying you have to give everything away. I'm just saying that's what I did. I was tired. I was like, and why did I give all those things away? What's the point of that, right? Well, the point was, you know, I was tired, so I didn't want nothing to do with the things that I was doing, because again, I was doing drugs and, you know, sleeping with girls and, you know, having friends drive me around, dealing drugs and going to hotel, going out to restaurants, living a life, you know, and this was going on for a few years. And I said, you know what, God, I can't be doing this no more. You know, I don't want to end up again in prison. You know, this is not life for me, you know. So that was my point of saying, you know what, I'm done. And when I finished that, you know, it was months later that a friend of mine called, right, who's, you know, now my friend, and he called for a program and says, you know what, come up to my program. You know, I'm going to accept you into my program. And that's when I went and I said, yeah, I went up to Arizona and I went into this program. In other words, I got a coach that helped me, and this coach that was in this program mentored me and became like my spiritual father. He became like my bestest friend. He became like my brother. You know, it was just an awesome experience that I had in my life that you know, today I'm using it to help, you know, not only myself but other people in life. And so again, the change got to come within you. You got to be tired of being tired. And again, I left everything behind: friends, family, you know, got rid of all my stuff, you know, because when you're tired, you're not gonna go, well, I'll leave drinking on the weekends. I tried that. It doesn't work. I'll leave my girlfriend and I'll just go with the other friends. Hey, try it. See if it works. It didn't work for me. You know, I had to let it all go. I was like done, everything, right? In other words, done with my old life, had to get a new life, new friends, new acquaintance, new people speaking into my life, speaking words of affirmation, words positive, reading new books, doing new things, going around a new atmosphere, right? Because I just couldn't make it in my town. You know, that's what I did. I'm not saying you have to do that. I'm just saying that's what I did. So for you, it might just be, you know, calling up a coach, you know, calling up somebody, getting some help and making that step, you know, reading, you know, doing things that you need to do that's going to create that change up here, because it starts here. Once you start believing in yourself and you start creating a different mindset, it's going to start going into your heart and you're going to start walking it out. You know, that takes time again. And so, you know, I wanted to share this because I think this is going to help some people really understand themselves and really get to the nitty-gritty core part of yourself. Because at the end of the day, when you're getting over, or you think you're getting over on somebody, you ain't getting over on nobody but yourself. And you're losing time, you're wasting your energy, you're wasting your life. And you know, that's why I shared this, because I had to give it all up, everything. And I had to be true with myself and real with myself. That, I believe, is what we call being 100. Is being 100% with yourself and not lying to yourself that you're going to make it, or that you're going to do this, that you're just going to leave drinking, or you're going to leave this girl. You know, if you got problems, you got problems. You know, and the thing that I'm talking about is you got to analyze, what areas do you have problems? Is it problems with people, social? Is it problems with your character? You know, character development. You know, is it problems with your addiction? You got addictions that are taking you down, right? Is it a problem that you're scared of God, that, you know, that God might chastise you, that might, you know, you don't want to do things? God loves you. You know, let me tell you, God loves you. And I share these things because you could be mentally confused with things in life, that, you know, you have a mental unawareness, you know, you haven't had a wake-up call, like, you know, what is it that you want in life? You haven't identified yourself, you know, you haven't found purpose and passion in your life, you know, mentally you're sabotaging yourself, you know, you don't know what to do, you're getting older, you know, all these things that I'm sharing that are very important, that you have to have clarity so you can have that change in your life, you know. I watch this all the time with people, you know, saying it's all good, it's all perfect, but yet their marriages, their family, their kids, you know, it's just going down the drain, going down the gutter. And I hope this helps you. Again, the question was, how do I know when it's time to change? And how do I change? Leave some comments. I hope you like it. Thank you.